All right, so you're looking at a 2001 Honda Civic as far as the body, but the engine is literally a 2024 0 miles engine. Why? Because the whole entire engine was rebuilt. The bottom end, top end, all of it. Like pistons, rods, everything. All parts from Honda with the dealership receipts to prove it. Let me show you real quick. I won't blab too much. This is first startup, y'all. First startup. Keep that in mind. I'm not a big fan of these aftermarket headlights. I prefer it with the original headlights, but I do like the yellow fog lights on the bottom, and I like the lip. This is an extra lip they put on it that normally doesn't come with. But these ballasts do turn on, and you could actually see pretty decent. I'll turn them on. You could actually see pretty decent. They're not like most aftermarket headlights where they're not bright. As you can see, with the headlights on, they are dumb bright. You can actually see with these at night. The projectors shine decent. Okay, so moving on from the headlights. RPMs, temperature's starting to come up. Like I said, this is first startup. So I got the code reader hooked up here, and you can see 8,900 RPMs, 894 to 926. Coolant temperature starting to come up at 167. I'm gonna go back and read codes. No codes found. No misfires, no codes of any kind. So no codes found. We're gonna go back to view live data. Read entire list. And we're gonna focus on coolant temp. We're gonna be watching coolant temp. RPMs are good. I have one last thing to do before I put the air filter back on it, is tighten the accelerator cables. When I was driving it before, it kind of popped off on me on the test drive, but whatever. We'll tighten them up now to make sure that doesn't happen. Like I said, you can, I don't know if y'all can see the smoke. We got good flow. Every time you see that, you know that that's the water pump circulating. The thermostat has opened and sucked down. So we have good flow, and then you see it stop. That means the thermostat is closing, but you want to burp the system. Got a little bit of trash in there. You want to burp the system and let any air bubbles or air pockets come out, and then we'll put the brand new radiator cap on it. But yeah, brand new cylinder head, brand new bottom end, brand new clutch. Engine idles perfectly, no misfires at all whatsoever, no codes of any kind. This car has an aftermarket headers and full exhaust, so it will throw a code for, I think it'll throw a code for O2 sensors. It has an O2 sensor on the header here, but I don't think it has the O2 sensor, which would be bank. That's bank 1 sensor 1. It would be bank 1 sensor 2 on the back of the header that I think it's missing, and it might end up throwing a code for that. But it's got the aftermarket exhaust. It's an LX. We had it all re-tinted before I sold it, so it's got some nice tint on it. I don't want to rev it too hard, but I'll give you a little baby rev here. So I still got to put this tire on it. But before I do, I just wanted to get up under here and make sure I had no leaks. I put a brand new timing cover on it. All new belts. You can see that's a brand new AC compressor too. Let's see if we can get a look. No leaks of any kind. I did notice there was a little bit of play in this tie rod. So he'll want to replace this tie rod. It has some play in it. But other than that, everything else is checking out. I bought new timing covers for it. There's the timing belt, water pump, all that. I got the new gasket seal that goes all the way around so it won't leak oil from the timing cover at all. Sorry, I'm looking at the, okay, 172, temperature still coming up. I'll top that off with a little more coolant. I did replace the coolant temp sensor on it. Fans are blowing. I mean, everything is checking out the way it's supposed to. I don't have the factory air box that goes over here. I had one for an automatic and I needed one for a manual, but at some point he'll address that. I do have the air filter itself that goes over the top of the engine there. And that's about all I can say here, folks. I mean, oh, one last thing. The clutch had a steel braided line put in. And you can see a new slave that goes all the way back. The slave for these clutches, I think I did a video on it. You can kind of see it back there. That's the new slave. And then the new line that comes across all the way here. So the whole entire clutch system is brand new. And I'm really happy with the way this thing is running and sounding. Like I said, it's got a brand new set of rubber on it. So, is it perfect? No, it's got a little water leak inside right there at the door jamb. You can figure that out. And that tie rod I noticed had some play in it. But other than that, it's a brand new motor. And there's something going on with the wiring on why the blower isn't blowing. But I mean, it's all minor things left to do to it. Everything major on this car has been done. So this was first startup. It sounds beautiful. I think I've showed you everything I need to show you. I'm just thinking to myself, is there anything I need to show here? When they did the aftermarket radio thing, and I have the faceplate for that radio, but when they did this aftermarket radio equalizer, they messed with the wiring and it's not getting power to that brand new compressor, and your blower isn't kicking on when you turn it on either. So my thing was I was gonna take this whole bezel out, go to the junkyard, get another one, and wire it in the way it's supposed to be. But little by little, like I said, one thing at a time. This one is a manual. It's a stick shift. It's a good little Civic. Temperature starting to come up. That's good. Like I said, all re-tinted in here. The interior's not bad in this car. Seats could be cleaned a little better, but there's the air filter box. But headliner and the seats are not in bad condition. This is what I meant by a little bit of water leak on the sides there. But all in all, it's a good running car. This is the old cylinder head that came off of it. And this is something that he'll be able to jump in it. I had that pan under it because the coolant system is still burping air pocket out, any air pockets in it out. And it catches it as it trickles down, but it's not leaking anything from under there. I just got to put the tire on, put the radiator cap on it, and drive it out. But yeah, this is a 2001 that will be around for many years to come, as long as it's not in an accident, of course. But It's literally 0 miles. Everything major that would have broke down and left you on the side of the road in an old car, not an issue with this car. Suspension, brakes, tires, exhaust, fully rebuilt engine, everything in the transmission redone, clutch lines, clutch itself, pressure plate, master cylinder, like all of it. The AC components are even new. It's just a matter of figuring out how to get electrical power in the dash to get the blower and the compressor to kick on. If I wanted to, I could run a toggle switch to the compressor and force it to power that way, but I don't want to go that way. The fan for the radiator is already on a toggle switch, and I wanted to put that back to how it should go. But it's little things, to be honest with you. What matters, like what would leave you on the side of the road, everything important to this car has been done. But anyways, I don't want to make the video longer than it needs to be. 2001 Honda Civic, fully rebuilt, D17A1 motor, and I'm happy to see it go. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you got any questions, drop a comment with your questions. A lot of people diss these little Hondas. I like them, they're reliable. You're not a Honda person, good for you, but these cars are super good on gas and super reliable, and a stick shift Honda will never ever die. I would get rid of the loud exhaust for a more quieter one, but it's a solid car and it's idling perfectly, no vibration, no misfires. Sounds gorgeous. RPMs, I'm happy with where they're at. I'm gonna tighten it down right there and call it a day. Anyways, thanks for watching. Catch you on the next video.